Ooh, welcome to the Vibrant Good Health Show. Come on, come on, come on, come on in. As you come here, after you tag someone, let me know where you're coming in from. I'm Hillary Gooden. I'm in the Chicago area. And so let me know where you're coming in from so I can shout you out. Again, this is the Vibrant Good Health Show where we talk about all things that pertain to how you can help your body help you live a more vibrant life by having more vibrant health. And to take that just a little step further by having an active and maintaining a healthy lymphatic system. That's what it's all about for me. Helping you to be aware of your lymphatic system and what you can do to help it do its job for you. So we're going to talk about four key, what did I have here? Let me get my little term, four key functions of the lymphatic system. So thank you. Let me put my little welcome notice here. And I hope you can hear me okay. I need to check on my other device. I did see Dorothy Ross. Let me check. Was that right? Yes. Yeah, Dorothy Ross right here in Chicago. Welcome. Thank you for joining me and thank you for sharing this out. Let me know if you can hear me okay. It seems like it may be a little lagging, but I'm going to make my way through this broadcast from beginning to end. So I'm going to take a moment to share as well. Again, I hope you had a wonderful weekend celebrating Juneteenth, celebrating Father's Day for the father in your life or the father figure in your life. It was a really full weekend for a lot of people. A lot of celebration was going on. Yes. And we had good weather pretty much. Let's see. Let me get this shared to a couple of places and then I'll be ready to get started with the four key functions of the lymphatic system. I just want to keep talking about this so that you become aware and understand that there are things that you can do that are easy, natural, and drug-free that can help your body do what it will do naturally when the conditions are right. Yes, so here I go to a couple of groups sharing this message on tonight. Yeah, so please do share with me, tag someone that you know that may be dealing with inflammation, swelling, or different illnesses that's got them feeling just kind of sluggish and don't know what to do about it. Everything they do is not working, but they're ready to hear something that will work. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm always talking about. So excuse me as I spell this properly. That will help this to get along just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And one more place, and then I'm going to be all yours. Thank you for coming in, and thank you again for sharing this out. Let me see here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna let that be it, and I just wanted to hear
that can help your body.
Okay. I can hear me, so I take it you can hear me as well.
I'll let that be it, and I just want to hear
There we go.
your body.
Okay, Hillary. Thank you for bearing with me, and thank you for helping me to get this word out. Four key functions of your lymphatic system. Those that I see coming in, let's see, Dorothy from Chicago. Hey, Laverne, thank you for coming in. Elder Roberts coming in from the Chicagoland area. Miss Dorothy says, you are good here. No Bible study tonight, so I can join you. Yay, I'm happy. Well, I'm not happy that you're not having Bible study, but I'm happy that you can be here with me tonight. Angela coming in from DC. Hey, Miss Angie, always glad to see you too. And doing double duty. I know how that is. Yes. Share it to 5 groups. Thank you so much. And so last night on News You Can Use, we were talking about the lymphatic system. And so, it's just one of those things I feel like for me, I have to really keep talking about this so that, those of you who, or some people that you may know that need something that's going to help their health, to help them to have a turnaround, to have a breakthrough in their health, to be able to maintain being healthy, that preventative measures. That's always good. You say, well, some people say, well, I'm not sick. I don't have inflammation or none of that stuff. I'm quite healthy already. You wouldn't believe one day I talked to, I don't know, maybe about 10 people back to back, and they all told me the same thing. And I was like, well, that's great, wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. But just in case something may happen down the line, I got something you might want to hear today. So you can put these nuggets in your pocket for such a time when life happens to you, or it may be happening again to someone you know and love. So the first thing I want to talk about, let me see who else is, oh, there we go. Thank you, Mrs. Elder Roberts says she shared it out as well. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Yes. So let's get started. This may not take that long, but so if we end a little early, bear with me. That'll be okay. Sometimes I feel like we don't have to keep belaboring something. Once you get your point across, then it's time to say adios. Okay, so let me go to my first point here. First point is number one that I have tonight for 4 key functions of the lymphatic system. Number one, it helps to maintain healthy, I keep saying healthy, yes, healthy fluid levels in your body. And when we have water, we're made up mostly of water, 70% water. We have so many, I should have found out how much blood does the average person have in their body. If you know what that is, put it in the comments. But then we have our blood, and then we have lymph fluid as well. And we need to have the right amounts at any given time. That's the work of the lymphatic system, to help the fluid levels to be what they ought to be at any given time in your body. And so when your lymphatic system is circulating and the vessels are doing their job to help vacuum out any excesses that get trapped around within your tissues, around your cells, when that's happening, it can say, oh, there's an overload here, there's a buildup here, let's go and deal with that. And those vessels in that area will vacuum out, so to speak, vacuum out the excess and cause that to go where it needs to go, so it can go back into the bloodstream and not be stuck or trapped around your cells or in your tissues. So when it's not working properly, we can see when those levels are not right. We end up with swelling, inflammation that can, a lot of times I think when we're sitting, you'll see it around your ankles, your feet will swell, or your ankles will swell, your knees may swell. But the other thing is, you may have that same thing happening in your joints. You don't necessarily see swelling, but you feel that inflammation because it gets painful in your joints. It gets where your joints are, it gets stiff. You have that stiffness. That's because of the same thing. Those fluids have gotten trapped. And when that happens, it's painful. It can be quite painful and definitely uncomfortable, if nothing more, But who wants to live like that, uncomfortable in their body, when you could help that? So tonight it's not so much. I always talk about things that you can do and how you can help it, but sometimes you want to know. I get asked that all the time. Well, what does the lymphatic system do? I mean, I didn't even know I had a lymphatic system. I know I had lymph nodes. I'm not sure what they do either. So that's why we're talking about this on tonight. Let me see. I'll kind of take comments in between each one. Ms. Dorothy, thank you, Ms. Dorothy. She says the average adult has about 1.2 to 1.5 gallons or 4.5, 5.5 liters of blood circulating inside their body at any given time. And so you add that to the 70%, that's the 70% of water that the body needs so that you can stay hydrated, so that your cells can stay hydrated, that cause you to be able to have the functioning that the body needs to have. And that's to avoid the stiffness, to have a healthy brain where you can think clear, think with clarity, being able to just function in your life without having what they call brain fog, having that stiffness in your joints. And so we want things to circulate, the fluid to circulate the way God intended. And what's so amazing is to find out that the blood, we all learned in biology class, mostly in school, younger days, that the heart pumps the blood through the body. And so when the heart is working, functioning properly, that's what's going on. The blood is going away from the heart and back to the heart. Away from the heart, back to the heart. It's just pump, 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 pumping, because that's what it's intended to do. That's what God intended for it to do. Now we find out about the lymph fluid. There's lymph fluid that needs to be circulated continually in the body as well. Maybe you heard of that, or maybe you haven't heard of it. I didn't know it before I knew it. But the fascinating thing is the lymph fluid doesn't have a pump. You are the pump. You are the pump. God intended for us to move our bodies. Movement helps to activate and helps the lymphatic system to be activated and to circulate the lymph fluid that helps to do that vacuum effect that I was talking about earlier. And when that vacuum effect is not happening, that trapped fluid in different areas gets just that, becomes stagnant, and it sits, and they give it names. They call it all manner of things that we are familiar with. But the main thing that's happening when you just ask enough questions, you'll find that what's the real culprit is inflammation. And inflammation is what I've been talking about here tonight. So your lymphatic system is crucial to your good health, overall good health. Yes, so you are the pump. You got to move. And the best move, if anybody knows what the best move that I talk about all the time, put it in the comments. For those that don't know, that may be watching on the replay, or watch this later on the replay, may not know, somebody you shared it to or said, who is this lady? I've never seen her. I don't have a clue. Yes. Let's see, Dorothy, while you're putting that in the comments, Miss Dorothy said, the volume of blood in a human is approximately 7% of body weight. Thank you so much for that. Approximately 7%. So if we're 70% fluid, 7% of that is the blood. The blood carries oxygen and nutrients throughout the body, with that certain amount of water that's in the blood. All the rest of that is throughout the rest of the body. All your cells, we're made up mostly, the average person. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter how much money you make. how many friends you have or don't have. The average person have 37.2 trillion cells that make up this body we live in, the body you live in. You want your cells, all of them, to be healthy. You want your cells to be able to have the right amount of fluids at any given time, the way God intended. And when there's excess, when there's trapped water, like we were talking about water, when there's trapped fluid around those cells that's in your tissues, you want that to be moved. Right? Am I right? You know what I never thought about it before. I just knew, like, if my ankles got swollen, I would sit down and put my legs up. Elevate your legs. That's what I knew to do. Elevate your legs, prop them up, and that'll help the swelling to go down. And see, the thing is, I talked about the blood going away from the heart back to the heart. The lymph fluid moves in one direction, up. It moves upward in the body, upward. That's why when you put your feet up, you prop your feet up, you're helping the fluid to move upward in the body. And that's why the swelling gets reduced from doing that. I talked about it on the News You Can Use show last night, how you can do a simple thing. Say, Miss Hillary, I don't have a trampoline. Usually I talk about bouncing on a mini trampoline. Everybody doesn't have a trampoline. I understand. I get that. In fact, you can't take your trampoline everywhere with you unless you got certain ones like I have. It can travel with me, but not everybody has that. That's okay. You can lay on the floor. If you have a wall that's don't have pictures and stuff all propped up on it, you can lay flat on your back, scoot yourself where your bottom parts are against the wall, and your legs will go straight up the wall. You can sit like that, inversion, or you may have one of those inversion tables like Miss Lotus, Dr. Lotus showed us one night. She has an inversion table, and that helps to tilt your body so that your feet are above your waist or above your head, and that allows for the drainage of the excess fluid that's going to work up through the body, because it only goes in one direction and it's not confused. So if that doesn't happen, you end up with the swelling. You may find that you can stroke. If you stroke it lightly, the swelling will start to go down. But you have to stroke it lightly, going upwards toward the heart. So that was the first one that I've talked about, talking about those fluid levels. It helps to maintain the fluid levels in the body. Number 2, the lymphatic system. One of the key functions of the lymphatic system is that it absorbs fats from the digestive tract. That was basically what we were talking about last night, belly fat. And belly fat can be a real problem, because the main culprit is not just about what you eat or what you're drinking, or vice versa. It has to do with stress. Stress. If you're under stress a lot, there's such as this thing called cortisol, which is a stress hormone. It gets released when you're under stress. And when that happens, it causes fat to build up. So you can exercise. Sometimes people say, well, everything I do, and I still got this fat in front of the muscles. I know I got muscles there. I can feel them when I hold my stomach in tight. I can feel they're there, but I got this level of fat right here. And that's because it's stubborn. That belly fat is stubborn. because once it's there, the body doesn't want to release it, you know. And when you're under stress a lot, it causes it gives you like a, how can I say, it gives it like the right to be there. It says, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And you say, oh man, what can I do? Bouncing on a mini trampoline or activating your lymphatic system will help it to release that fat from your digestive tract that's holding on. So if nothing else, if you thought about getting a trampoline, that might be a good reason what for you to get one. You may be thinking, you know what? And in case you don't have one in mind, I do have a recommendation for one like I have. I'm gonna put the link here so you can see it. It should be, let me see, give me a second. I should have it already in here where I can share that with you. Well, you can check it out, and if that works for you, you can get that. Here it is. There we go. Okay, so it's going there. It's bit.ly/bounce for health. Bouncing on a mini trampoline is fun. It absolutely can be fun, but for me, telling you, it's all about bouncing for your health, because it's going to help. It's the number one way to activate your lymphatic system. I think God had a sense of humor. Anyhow, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So this is my recommendation at bit.ly/, I'm going to say speak with Hillary, bit.ly/bounce for health, all lowercase. So it helps to absorb those fats. Now, you say with my digestive tract, you know, the lymphatic system, it has to do with all the other systems in the body. Your digestive system, your respiratory system. That's why the number 2 way to activate your lymphatic system and to help maintain a healthy lymphatic system is breathing properly, doing breathing exercises, and then breathing properly throughout the day so that you'll breathe properly while you're asleep. It's amazing. And you know what I always say about that? You're breathing anyway. You might as well make it work for you. And so these are things that you can do to help your body, help you have more vibrant health so you can have a more vibrant life. And I get asked the question sometimes, so what do you mean? What do you mean by vibrant life? Well, that could mean different things to different people. What does vibrant life mean to you, those that are watching me tonight? If you can put it in the comment, if you was to put it in 1 or 2 words, what would vibrant life, when you hear vibrant life, does that sound like something you would like to have? Versus whatever the opposite of vibrant is? I love the word vibrant. I don't know what it is. When I hear it anywhere, anytime, it gets my attention. And it makes me just feel, it's just amazing. That's just a word that's connected to me. I want to live a vibrant life. Sometimes that means having my peace. It always means having my health. It means being able to, you know, have the activity of my limbs, you know, to do those things that I want to do, that I need to do, to be able to think clearly. Because some of these things can be so frustrating that it interferes with having a vibrant life. Not being able to have time, good quality time with your family because your health is compromised or frustrated. You know, that may be what vibrant life means to you. You know, it could mean different things for different people. Dorothy says having good health is vital as we age, and we have to work to remove inflammation in the body. Glad you're talking about this. Thank you so much. Sometimes I feel like a broken record, but this is what I have been given it's just been put in my DNA, so to speak, to talk about till it's time for me to leave this planet, leave this body. You know, we live in the body that we see. It's a house. You know, how are you taking care of your house? It's your responsibility. It's not your doctor's responsibility. It's your responsibility. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you drinking enough clean water, good, healthy, energized water? Are you are you eating enough fresh fruits and vegetables? Maybe you can't get your hand on organic all the time or anytime. Still, you want to incorporate fresh fruits and vegetables into your diet, some nuts and seeds into your diet. Are you taking time to maybe say, you know what, I'm going to go meatless. I'm going to have meatless Mondays. Or I'm going to take this week and I'm going to not eat meat this week and just, because digesting meat for your body is time consuming. It's time consuming. And when we can eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, listen, it caused the body to not have so much waste to have to deal with. It says, and I've always heard, that it takes the body 72 hours to digest meat. That's a lot of work on the body. Sometimes we just need to give it a rest, let it have a rest from doing that. And I find like going on a fast, especially if it's a fast that's 3 days or more. At first, I feel, and the first time this happened, I didn't understand what was going on. I went on the fast, and the first day, I was so sleepy. I mean, I could barely keep my eyes open all day, just sleeping everywhere I sat, seemed like. The second day was feeling sort of like the first day. But by the third day, it was like this energy kicked in, and I felt more vibrant. I felt more alert, more energy was coming from somewhere, and wasn't eating, only drinking water. And then from there, the last fast, long extended fast, I did a 21-day fast. And what kept tickling me throughout those 21 days is that I was not hungry, but my brain kept trying to remind me of foods that it was used to eating. And I would see all of these commercials. It was like I was seeing commercials. All the commercials had to do with food, billboards. It was just amazing. I got chuckled. I said my brain was trying to, like, do you understand? We need, you need to eat. You need to eat. Give us some food. But I wasn't hungry at all. So it's like when you go on the extended fast, it's more mental than it is the physical, because really you don't be hungry because the digestive shuts down and your body is in repair mode. Repair mode. That's an amazing state to be in, but we have to give the body the space that it needs to do that. And even if you just say, I know some people say, well, I go meatless on Mondays. After the weekend, Monday comes, no meat. Try it. Even before the next holiday is coming up, and it's really, for a lot of people, a meat holiday. And I'm talking about the 4th of July, all the barbecuing and everything that'll go on. Try to give your body a rest prior to. Just check it out. If you haven't, if you're used to fasting, put a 2 in the comments. For those that are not used to fasting and feel like I can't go without eating, they think something bad is going to happen. But to the contrary, something good happens during that time when we allow our body to do what it would do naturally when the conditions are right. Oh man, I didn't even read that when it said jumping. Oh, she asked a question. Jumping on the trampoline help to do what again? Well, jumping on the trampoline activates your lymphatic system. How can I say? Even though you don't have to jump. When you jump, when I hear jumping and when most people hear jumping, we're talking about your feet jumping off of the mat. Bouncing, on the other hand, your feet don't have to leave the mat. You're just doing a gentle bounce. You could lift your heels. You could lift your heels. That'll give you a little more bounce. But at the bottom of every bounce, that's where the magic happens. At the bottom of the bounce, the check valves along your lymphatic um, system, there are check valves. At the bottom of the bounce, those check valves open. They open at the bottom of the bounce, at the bottom of the bounce, at the bottom of the bounce. And when that happens, that allows the lymph fluid, which only moves in one direction, to move upward, and cause those vessels to get activated to do any suctioning, vacuuming, so to speak, around any of the tissues, because your lymphatic vessels go from the head through all of your organs, even your kidneys and all of that, down to the bottom of your feet. Your lymphatic, the doctors used to think that the lymphatic system didn't go to the brain. I don't know why they thought that, but it goes all the way to your brain. It affects your brain as well. So when you bounce, not only at the bottom of the bounce, the lymphatic check valves open, allowing the fluid to rush up through the body. At the bottom of the bounce, every cell from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet are getting a workout at the same time. At the same time. It's the most effective exercise for a full body workout that there is. Amazing. And it's easy, natural, and it's drug-free, and can give you such great benefits depending on what's happening in your body. So I hope that answered your question. She said, freedoms to move, walk without pain or stiffness, loving the life I want. Exactly. You want to be able to move, because people's thank you for that too, there too. Sometimes people get they say, well, when you get older, this just comes with old age, getting older. Well, that works for you. That's fine with me. But, I want to do whatever I can to help that not be the case as much as possible. Bouncing on a mini trampoline, doing breathing techniques, moving your body, go take a walk. I was, when I was married, this is when it started. When I was married, my husband, after he would eat, he would go for a walk. So finally, I was like, let me get up and go walking with him. And it helps your food to digest. It helps. And that's what we need. But if you're eating, oh, that's getting into something different. I'm not going to go there because, listen, let me say this here. And I don't have the flyer in here. But on July 29th through the 31st, I have a 3-day masterclass coming up called Reboot Your Health. I think that's what it's called. Reboot Your Health from the inside out. That's exactly what it's called. 3-day masterclass, Reboot Your Health from the inside out, where I'll be talking about and going into some other areas that I don't want to go into tonight, because tonight we're talking about the 4 key functions of the lymphatic system. So we talked about the first one. And if you're interested in that 3-day masterclass, like I said, it's going to be at 10 o'clock. It's going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning from that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 29th, 30th, and 31st of July. And it's going to be $97. And it is going to be full of some awesome information, taking all questions that you may have, and just getting some things out to help you to reboot. Not just reboot here in July, to reboot anytime, to help your family to be able to reboot their health. Those people you know and love. That's something that you can take with you for a lifetime. That's what's so amazing about all of this. So join me. Let me type it in here. 3-day. I don't know why I didn't pull up that flyer. It's a 3-day masterclass. Masterclass. Reboot. Reboot your health. You can't reboot somebody else's health, but you can reboot your own health from the inside out. You know, it's that song that say, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, say it's okay for your face to show it. We talked about being able to have some benefits that you will recognize and can tell that there's some good going on the inside from some of these things that I have to share. That, you know, it's like obeying the laws of health. It's like obeying any laws. When you obey the laws of the land, you know, you get benefits. Basically, now we went through some stuff in 2020, but basically you get the benefit of not being locked up, right? But same being, when you obey the laws of health, do those things that you can do to help your body, you'll reap the benefits. Versus when you don't do and don't obey the laws of health, you're going to suffer the consequences. And that could mean from a cold, a headache, to something way worse. But listen, you can reboot your health from the inside out. And it's going to be July 29th through the 31st. If you are interested, it is going to be $97 for 3 days, live with me on Zoom platform. So you'll get a chance to ask any questions that you have, any activities that we're going to be able to do. We'll be able to do it together and make sure we're getting it right so that you can go on and have something that is real help that's real help. Yes, I love it. So that's let me put that there. Just say me in the comments or reboot in the comments, and I'll know so that I can get that link to you, which I have to get right after this broadcast. So number 3. Oh, let me see. Let me go to my comments here. Let me see. Hey, I thought I saw her. Miss Charlene Sparks. Hey. Thank you for coming in. She said, yes, I am loving the trampoline. It makes me so happy. You just do not understand. I have to take a moment. It's just so amazing. Makes me so happy. How I'm loving, how I'm feeling. I'm bouncing 2 times daily, about 10 minutes. And how are you feeling exactly? 2 words, 3 words in the comments. I'd love to know what they are so the people can know. What are you can tell that's happening? I just love that. And Miss Dorothy says, Charlene, I got to get one. And she's talking about that mini trampoline. I call my mini trampoline my antibiotics. I gotta go take my antibiotics. Now I bounce. When I feel like a cold might be coming on, I bounce. You know, I talked about last night how I had a bladder infection. And the first time I ever got one was years ago. And it was so, if you've ever experienced having a bladder infection that got kind of bad, it is no joke. It is no joke. I think men can get those too. If you feel like you have to go to the bathroom to urinate, and when you get there, it's like your body from the inside is trying so hard till it hurts, and not a drop is coming. Not a drop. and it just gets worse unless you get some antibiotics. And so when I remember when it happened, then they had these big old red pills, look like horse pills. I can't hardly swallow a baby aspirin. And those things were so huge. But I had it for, I don't know, maybe a week before my mother was like, girl, you better go to the clinic and get you some antibiotics. I got them. I took them in about 7 days or so. It was, it stopped. It was gone. And I've been drinking water. And see, you got to drink your water. It's not enough to say I drink Kool-Aid. I got water in that. I drink my coffee. I got water in that. I like to drink juice, and I think they got water in that. No, your body needs just some good old water, energized water, some water like I drink that has uh, that has hydrogen gas extra. Water is hydrogen gas and oxygen. That is water. This has infused with more hydrogen gas, and it really helps to combat inflammation and a host of other conditions that your body could go through. Just as bouncing can do the same thing. Even though you're bouncing, you still need to be hydrated. That's not going to compensate for being dehydrated. You cause yourself to have a whole nother issue going on in your body. So drinking enough water, you end up with a bladder infection. I said all of that to say I had my mini trampoline, and my coworker, I was telling her everything. We were talking between the trampoline and doing smoothies with NutriBullet. We had both gotten the NutriBullet, was just so fascinated with all the concoctions we were coming up with. And so I came to work one day because I felt a little twinge of what is the start of a bladder infection. And I said, oh, it scared me. I'm going to tell you the truth. I felt fear coming because I know how bad it could get if I don't do something about it. The thing was, I didn't want to go to the doctor about it. I was convinced, I'm telling people that this thing will help you help your body. I have got to try this. I got to try it. And so I was telling my coworker, she knew about bladder infections because her daughter would have them often. She said, listen, I got some, my daughter has some antibiotics at home. I could bring it to you. I was like, no, I don't want it. I'm going to bounce more. I'm going to bounce a little more every day. Now, I'm not telling you not to go to your doctor. Anybody that's listening to this live or on the replay, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor. This is information that is for education and just for information. What you do with it is totally up to you. Obey your doctor's orders. Don't stop taking prescriptions because of anything you're hearing here tonight. Okay, I'm just telling you my experience. And so I said, you know what? If I believe this and I'm telling people this, and this I was new, this was all kind of new to me even then, because my trampoline was brand spanking new then. But I said, you know what? I'll bounce a little more before I come to work, because I'll be at work all day without the mini trampoline. Make sure I drink water all day, cranberry juice, but I refuse to take the antibiotics. And about 7 days, now the thing was, I did this extra push for about 7 days because I remember the antibiotics worked in about 7 days. The thing was, that little twinge that I felt never got worse over that 7-day period. It never got worse. And by the time the 7th day came, I realized it was gone. And I didn't even really know what day it had left. I was just bouncing, trying to make sure it didn't happen. And so, and I've never had a problem with that again. That was about 2012, 2013, something like that. And I was like, it works. And every day she was asking me, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? And I said, I feel fine. So it depends on what's happening in your body. The lymphatic system is connected to all the other systems, the digestive, circulatory, your cardiovascular, your respiratory, your nervous system. What else kind of system? I got a nurse in here. I feel like I'm missing one. your lymphatic system. If I miss one, put it in the comments. Again, I'm not a medical professional. Amen. Dorothy said, "Hi, Hillary. Make sure you send it to me in Messenger. I surely will." That's the three-day master class coming up July 29th, 30th, and 31st. And it is going to be chock full of really good information that's real help, to help you to reboot. And from there, you'll be able to reboot whenever you get the notion to, and help your family to be able to reboot as well for a lifetime. Dorothy said, I didn't drink water like I wanted to, so I set an alarm to drink water every 2 hours. Absolutely. When you start to feel thirsty, you already have entered into a state of dehydration. So the thing is to not feel thirsty. So you're kind of sipping on water, but that's good, especially to somebody that's not drinking water. I had a coworker. He came to me. He said, Miss Hillary, he said, we talk about drinking water. You get on me about drinking water all the time. He said, and I got on my daughter. He said, I got one daughter, teenager. She just refused to drink water. He said, I'm on her all the time. We had to rush her to the emergency room last night. I was like, oh my gosh, she was about 17, 18. I said, well, what? He said, we had to bring you to the hospital emergency room for them to get water in you. And she had got so sick and was in so much pain, and they didn't know what was wrong. And it was because her body was dehydrated. I got another little thing. You ever had a Charlie horse? Anybody know what that is? A Charlie horse, where you get that, what do you call it? Your muscle tighten up. Like usually it's like it happened with me with my thigh muscle, but it can happen in your foot. It can happen in your calf. Oh my God, those things are so painful. And what I found out is that's your muscle is dehydrated and it's trying to pull water from somewhere in the body. Drink. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Say it with me. Stay hydrated. If you're interested in the water that's like a supplement, you could drink one of these a day. And it is a supplement. And what it can do is can help your body to get what it needs to help reduce that inflammation and to help your cells to readily receive the water, because our water is not readily absorbed into your cells. That's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. I may talk about it in the boot camp, in the reboot 3-day masterclass coming up July 29th through the 31st, because it's really, really, really important. Did I say it was really important? So Elder Roberts said yes to something I said. and Dorothy says, oh yes, in my sleep. It woke me up. Listen, that Charlie horse, you need to, I don't know what you do. What I used to do when I would get a Charlie horse, I would get up and I couldn't even stand up straight because that muscle was just so tight. It's like there's gotta be some water, extra water in here for me somewhere. And I would try to stomp and massage it. And it would just hurt so bad. But what I found out that it's a symptom of a really strong wake up call to dehydration. I drink some water. I drink some water. Now it's going to take time for that water to reach that spot, but I drink me a nice little amount of water. Go, 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 go. And then in the meantime, I go to the bathroom and I get a towel and get the some hot waters, or sometimes I have boiled water, and to have some really hot water on the towel, squeeze it, and put it like a compress over that muscle to help it to relax while it's getting hydrated from the inside. Just a little something that I know works. I don't know everything, but what I know can help you, help your body, help you live a more vibrant life. Yes, some help that's real help. Angela said, "Oh, yes, I used to have a Charlie horse when I was getting out of the pool during the pool break time. I would bounce on the leg to relieve the cramp. And man, sometimes when it's really bad, it seems like that it's not working. Drink you some water. Like you got one of those bottles of water, 16 ounces, I think it is. Drink the whole thing. You got a little, I don't have one close by me, but a thing of water, drink it. Get that water in you. That's the main thing. And then you can get a hot compress. And that's going to help that muscle to relax. All that stumping, your muscle just like, okay, that's fine, but I still need some water. I need some water right now. Yes. Charlie, ain't no joke. You're not kidding. I had one just look like about a week ago. And I was like, sometimes what I try to do is drink water before I go to sleep. That's 16 ounces or so before I go to sleep to help my body through the night. Because when it happens, like you said, it will wake you up out of your sleep. And the first thing I do is go for water. So hopefully you can take that next time that may happen to you. Hopefully you'll stay hydrated enough where that won't happen. I never knew that it was a sign of dehydration. See there? I think I was fine after drinking water, not realizing that water was the solution. And it still is. Absolutely. I think I covered number 3. Number 3, let's see what was number 3. Because we have one more to go. And we're at the top of the hour. So let's see. Number 3 was protects against foreign intruders. I didn't even touch number 3. So number 3 is the lymphatic system helps to protect the body against foreign intruders. What in the world is that? Foreign intruders like viruses, bacteria, toxins, those things that ought not to be there, that have gotten into the body and can cause and can disrupt your health, disrupt your peace in your body. And you have your white blood cells that are produced in the lymph nodes. They leave the lymph nodes like the pole. This is me and my not being a medical professional. I'm sure there's some other ways to say this that sounds, the way doctors would say it, but I'm not a doctor. The white blood cells, they fight for you. They look throughout the body for intruders, invaders, those things that ought not to be there that can cause your health to be disrupted. And when they get there, they subdue those intruders to carry them back to the lymph nodes in order to either have it absorbed by the body or else to have it to be eliminated from the body. But when the lymphatic system is not working properly, the lymph node got this stuff, these intruders captive, but the system is not working well enough, efficient enough, at an optimal level to keep the process going. And it may end up sitting in the lymph node too long, and you get swollen, infected lymph nodes. Now, it used to be, and I guess in some cases now still, they'll remove the lymph node when that happens. But that can cause problems down the line, because now what was there to help the body is no longer there. And you end up with extra swelling in that area because it has become further compromised for a long time. So you want everything to work properly. Everything has a purpose. Your lymph node has a purpose. And that's to fight, to send those white blood cells out to fight for you. When they come back with those intruders, they deal with them the way they need to be dealt with, one way or the other. And when the system, lymphatic system, is working properly, whatever didn't get absorbed by the body there, it causes those to be circulated on so it could be eliminated from the body. And then they go back out, seeking whom they may devour that's not supposed to be there. I hope that was plain enough. That's my way of helping you to understand what I'm trying to say and what is happening with your lymphatic system. It's your friend. It's your circulatory system, your cardiovascular friend, your nervous system friend, your digestive system friend, your heart's friend, your brain's friend, your kidney, your liver friend, your spleen friend, your tonsils friend. It's your friend to your cells so that you can have healthy cells. So let me see. I thought I saw some comments. I'm just checking for comments, folks. Let's see. Charlie ain't no joke. That was the last one. Angela said, I never knew. Okay, there. And then she also said, I will have a Charlie horse in my hamstring. Ooh, those large muscles, when they get dehydrated, oh my God, just make you want to. I think, I'm not going to tell no joke. I have cried real tears, the kind where the water come out of my eyes. Real tears. I think I was fine after drinking water, didn't know it was a solution. And Elder Robert said, this is good information. Okay, so that's as much as we're going to go on to number 4 so I can end this this segment talking about 4 key functions of the lymphatic system. And I hope this has been information that you surely can use. I know it's information that you can use, but is it information that you will use? That is the question. Number 4, our last one, and I've already talked about it, the lymphatic system, one of its functions, one of its key functions is to transport and remove built up cellular waste or else abnormal cells from the lymph fluid. Yep, that's its job. And when it's working, when your lymphatic system is active, it's healthy, it's doing because you're moving your body, you're drinking water on a regular basis throughout the day. You're getting up, when you feel you haven't moved in a while, you think about it, get up. You can just get up and just walk in place. Lift your knees, swing your elbows. That will help to work your lymphatic system, even if you don't have a mini trampoline. Go outside, take a walk, breathe in some fresh air, move your body. You know that song from Madagascar, I like to move my body. You want to move your body. That's you helping your body, helping your lymphatic system, help the whole body. Amazing about the lymphatic system, it helps every other part of the body. And you got the power to make that happen. One bounce at a time, one deep breath at a time, or else just moving your body, drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, doing those things that you can do that are easy, natural, and drug-free. So I thank you for being here with me tonight. I thank you for commenting and asking questions. This has made it it's always good when you can have someone that's letting you know that they're getting it, or maybe even if you're not getting it, if it was something said that you didn't understand and you need clarity, you can ask me now. Angela says, stay hydrated throughout the day to prevent dehydration during your sleep. Exactly. Best to drink water 1 to 2 hours before bed to prevent sleep. Absolutely. And then she says movement and, well, good, great information, movement and hydration. Absolutely. Key to helping all systems, you know how you say all systems go? Because it's like throwing a wrench into a machine. You know, like if you have a machine and it's calibrated and it's working like it should, all the system, you know, everything is working like it should, and you throw a wrench into there, it stops. It causes it to get, for a better word, get jacked up, it gets stuck, and it's not working and it can't work properly. Not just being in a state of dehydration can cause that to happen in your body. Not activating and maintaining a healthy lymphatic system can cause that to happen in your body. So, you know, I always say, you got the power. You absolutely got the power. I believe you got the power to help your body, help you live a more vibrant life by having more vibrant health, by activating your lymphatic system. All works together. So thank you for being here. I'm here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. I'm also back here on Thursdays at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Central with Let's Get Acquainted. That show is to showcase others who are helping people one way or another by the things that they do. And so I use that to help get their voice out into the world to more people. And so this week I have a young man coming on. His name is James Fu Torres, and he is a PR. He has a PR agency. But our topic for this month on Let's Get Acquainted, we have a theme every month. This month, and this will be the last show of the month, is International/National Men's Health Month. Talking about those things that help men to be able to be educated, to prevent, and to go for early detection, you know, of things that may be going on in their bodies. And so we're going to talk about men's health with him first, and then he's going to tell us what it is that he does to help people in this world. And so join me for Let's Get Acquainted, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday nights. And if you're interested in being on the show, you have something that you want to get out, you want to talk to people about what it is you do, just direct message me and we'll get on a call and see what it is that you do. So let me see. I'm going to talk to you lastly about the 3-day masterclass. If you're interested in the 3-day masterclass and getting the link to be able to sign up for the 3-day masterclass, it's going to be July 29th, 30th, 31st. And that's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Reboot your health from the inside out. And it's going to be 3 days at 10 a.m. And I'm having it at that time for some of my international connections, some international friends, people that I've met that, you know, when I come on like this, it's too late for them to come in and to partake. So it'll be 10 o'clock in the morning, 29th, 30th, 31st of July. And it's $97 for those 3 days to be live with me on Zoom and go through all of the stuff that we're going to cover and have any questions and concerns answered at that time. So 3-day masterclass, Reboot Your Health from the Inside Out. If you're interested, just put reboot in the comment. And that's for you too, for my replay viewers. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for participating and just giving me feedback as I went along. And I'm just thankful even for my replay viewers that you'll also get something out of this. We have going along there. If you need a trampoline I have a recommendation for the one is like the one that I have, and you can go to bit.ly/bounce for health. bit.ly/bounce for health. Thank you again. You all have a great night. Make sure you stay hydrated, especially with all this hot weather going on too. Stay hydrated and get your bounce on. Good night.